Hey everybody, HomeSliceHenry here, and in today's video we are taking a look at Shadow MANECTRIC, another fun spice pick in the Great League. With the start of Season 9 of Pokemon Go Battle League, MANECTRIC did get access to Overheat, and combined with Wild Charge, this gives MANECTRIC incredible nuke potential. Now, Shadow MANECTRIC is an incredibly glassy Pokemon, but has a very high attack stat, so I decided to put it on the safe switch with the hope that it can hopefully get some shields or flip switch just through its raw damage output. So without further ado, let's hop into the matches and take a look at Shadow MANECTRIC in action. Hopping into the first match, little bit of lag there. We're leading Scrafty into Air/Tropius. Terrible lead, so we're going to save swap into Shadow MANECTRIC, and we bait out a Bastiodon. Thanks to Snarl, which generates energy really quickly, we are already at 2 Wild Charges. The first one lands, and now we're going for the Overheat. If they decide not to shield here, which they do not, Shadow MANECTRIC is able to flip switch from a Bastiodon. Absolutely unreal. And now we have the alignment that we want, so we are going to be able to win this match. We're able to align the Sableye with our Scrafty, which is absolutely perfect for us. They can go straight return here, that's fine. Scrafty is very tanky, we can survive that. They bring back in the Air/Tropius, and we have Nidoqueen to completely shut this down. These Poison Fangs really add up on the Tropius, and we don't even have to shield the first Leaf Blade. It's totally fine there. Even though they get to a second one, we're just going to shield this up. We'll be able to fully farm down, and we're in a really comfortable position to take this match, as we're able to farm all the way down, and the opponent sees the writing on the wall and concedes the match. So right off the bat, Shadow MANECTRIC showing its incredible damage output. Hopping into the next match, Scrafty into Haunter. Amazing lead. They safe switch into their own Scrafty, and unfortunately, I stay in for a bit longer than I should. I do go for the power-up punch, and now I am going to bring in my own Nidoqueen, and we're actually able to catch the power-up punch, which is very nice. And now my goal is to hopefully throw right before they get to the foul play, but instead they opt to go for a power-up punch. This is totally fine by me. My guess is they probably thought I was going to throw and wanted to get off any extra damage, but I'm totally okay with this. I'll be able to farm all the way down and have tons of energy to threaten the Haunter. Now they're probably bringing that Haunter back in. Haunter unfortunately doesn't have a lot of play against my team, so I am going straight for the nuke here. The Earth Power, and it's going to be one-shotting Haunter. In comes the Galvantula, and since Galvantula can't switch out, we just go for the Poison Fang debuffs, and unfortunately I don't even get to bring in MANECTRIC as the opponent concedes the match. Alright, hopping into the next match, Scrafty into Togekiss. Horrible lead. We save swap MANECTRIC, and look how much damage those charms are doing. I was not kidding when I said this thing is glassy. We go for the Overheat. It is unfortunately shielded, so we're not able to flip switch. So we are going to wait out our clock as long as we can and bring in the Nidoqueen. This should just be an Ancient Power, so we don't have to worry about the Ancient Power there, and the opponent's going to save swap into a Wish Cache. Now, the nice thing is since we waited out our switch clock, we should be able to switch out here pretty soon. We may have to commit one shield. We need to preserve the Nidoqueen to take out the Togekiss endgame. So we're going to shield and bring in the Scrafty. Now, we really don't want to shield Scrafty here because we know Togekiss will come in and absolutely destroy us. So we're just going to farm them down with our Scrafty, and they're going to bring in the Togekiss. Now, I am going to be going straight for the foul play, trying to do as much damage as possible, and the Togekiss shields. I'm not quite sure why they shielded, but you know what? We'll take it. That's the first day. Maybe they thought it was an acid spray or something like that, but we're able to bring back in the Nidoqueen, and we can farm down. That's really nice, and they have a Bastiodon in the back, so it looks like Nidoqueen will be able to clutch this for us. Things are looking good, and we're able to get to the second Earth Power. So Nidoqueen able to take out the Bastiodon and to give us the win. So as you can see there, against a heavy-hitting fast move, Shadow MANECTRIC absolutely melts. Hopping into the next match, terrible lead with the Medicham. We're going to safe switch into MANECTRIC, and they're going to farm up a bunch of energy before they switch into Umbreon. And since they didn't throw, we can apply a ton of pressure to this Umbreon. And I throw the Wild Charge after throwing one more Snarl. I'm hoping this is a CMP tie, and it is. We force the CMP tie. That's huge. We definitely let this go. That is absolutely perfect for us. And now we're going to bring in the Scrafty, and we'll be able to commit to the farm down here. And Scrafty will be able to leave with some energy to hopefully threaten the Medicham. We're farming, and we're able to farm all the way down. They bring in the Medicham. Medicham does have energy. I'm not expecting them to have Dynamic Punch. It's just the Ice Punch, so we're fine there. And now we're going to be going straight for the Foul Play, and this does some solid neutral damage. And now we bring in the Nidoqueen, and we're going to be going straight for the Poison Fang right away, going to lower that defense so we can start to ramp up these Poison Jabs. Now they stay in and they let themselves get very low. I really don't want to get hit with an Ice Punch, so I do shield it up, and they have a Registeel in the back. So we do have a win con here, as things are looking pretty solid for us, as my team does very, very well against Registeel. We can survive the first move here. Flash Cannon, it hurts, but Lock On really does not apply a ton of fast move pressure, so we're going to farm up. They throw a second move. At this point, I am going to shield up, I'm going to bank the move, and now I'm going to hop into Scrafty and farm down. The goal is I'm going to be going straight pup here, and if they throw to take me out, I have loaded energy on Nidoqueen to help me get the win, and the opponent realizes my strategy and concedes the match. Alright, hopping to the next match, we have Scrafty into Altaria. Terrible lead, of course. We're going to safe swap into the Shadow Manectric. And look how much damage those Dragon Breaths are doing. Oh my goodness. We're going to be going for the Wild Charge. We get the shield. They bring in Medicham, and we're going for another Wild Charge. They're not quite able to snipe us. And look at the damage done to Medicham. Oh my goodness. And here we actually bring in Scrafty. The reason being, Scrafty doesn't have very much play versus Altaria, so we need to get some usefulness out of the Scrafty, hopefully leave with a move, and trust in our Nidoqueen to help us win this game. Here we're going to save the energy, and we're going to bring in the Nidoqueen. We kind of do have to start shielding here. We have to trust in our Nidoqueen's ability to close this match for us. And again, we start the Poison Fang spam, trying to lower the defense as much as possible. And it looks like they may be trying to get the second shield before they switch out. We do shield up, they switch, and it's a Toxicroak in the back. So things are looking a little rough for us, as this is the Caleb Peng Altaria double fighter line. We get the shield, which is great, and now I'm thinking we have stored energy. So if I can get the second Poison Fang off, I should be able to snipe with the Foul Play, and we bring back in Scrafty. Scrafty goes for the Foul Play, and it takes out the Toxicroak, and we have life. We're going for the Power-Up Punch. We were not going to be able to get to the Foul Play, and now it's going to be a race. Can Nidoqueen get to the Poison Fang? Come on, Nidoqueen! And we fall just short. So an incredibly close game there. They had triple Scrafty counters, and we were almost able to get the win with the Shadow Manectric squad. Hopping to the next match, Scrafty into Azumarill, terrible lead. We're going to save swap into our Shadow Manectric. And when they counter swap with the Sableye, that has me thinking that this could potentially be Azu double Ghost, which would mean an Alolan Marowak in the back. So if I can get shields down, Nidoqueen should have a lot of play against the rest of their team. First Wild Charge comes through, gets the shield, and we'll probably see a second shield on this Wild Charge. So Shadow Manectric doing its job. We're not able to win switch, but Shadow Manectric able to give my backline a shield advantage. Again, they're going for the return, but as we've seen, Scrafty tanks the return pretty well, and the Shadow Claws don't apply a lot of fast move pressure, so we'll be able to go for this Foul Play. It doesn't quite KO, so I'm going to aggressively switch in the Nidoqueen and farm down. We have switch locked ourselves in here, which is a little rough, as it is in fact an Alolan Marowak. I don't throw right away because I am wanting to throw the Earth Power in the middle of their Fire Spin just so they're unable to switch out. And now we're going to be able to connect with the Earth Power. I'm non-Shadow, so it does not KO, unfortunately, and they are going to be able to get to a move. I do have to respect this, and they're going to switch in the Azumarill, and my recollection is that they should be fairly close to a move here, so I try and catch, and I'm not able to catch, but they do decide to throw versus the Scrafty, which is very, very nice for me. They decide to throw, and I'm realizing I have to get to the Earth Power. A Poison Fang will not be enough to KO, so we're going to be going for the Earth Power here. Earth Power takes out the Azu. Can we farm down? And it's a tie. So with Shadow Manectric able to tie one of the most meta lines in the game, Azu double Ghost. All right, hopping into the next match, we have Scrafty into Beedrill. Not a great lead for us. We're going to save swap the Shadow Manectric, go straight for the Wild Charge, hopefully on the CMP tie for the drill run, and we're able to force a CMP tie. That's one thing I do like about Shadow Manectric. It's exceedingly glassy, but it's fairly effective at getting shield advantage because it hits very hard and it wins a lot of CMP ties. And now we bring in the Nidoqueen, and they have a Wish Cache covering the Beedrill. That is a pretty common core. At least it was during, I believe it was either the Remix Cup or the Retro Cup. One of those. Let me know down in the comments which one it was. It's very cool to see it in Open Great League. And now we're going to save the Nidoqueen, switch back into Scrafty, and see if we can commit to the farm down. My goal is I want to leave with a ton of energy to hopefully throw at that Beedrill if the Beedrill decides to come back in. Mud Bomb, again, we're not too worried about that, and we'll have to see what they have in the back. Is it the Beedrill? Is that what's coming in here? And, oh man, it's a Wigglytuff. So that's not great for our Scrafty, but awesome for our Nidoqueen. As my opponent giving up Switch ends up being a massive mistake as they burned their only Nidoqueen counter, and now Nidoqueen has a ton of play against the rest of their team. This is going to be a very tough endgame though. We shield, and we successfully shield the drill run. I execute fast move denial, and we have to bait to win this. We successfully bait, and if they're on their 7th cycle, we should outpace them, and we're able to outpace them by 1 poison jab. We're able to get to the Earth Power, which takes them out. Back in comes the Wigglytuff, and we get to the Poison Fang. So Nidoqueen closing strong, able to get us the win after Shadow Manectric is able to get shield advantage. All right, hopping into the next match. Here we have Scrafty into Wish Cache, and if we're going to see a Wish Cache on this team, we want to see it here. So you can see it is an ABB style team where the goal is to bait out the ground type and then kill it with Scrafty, the ground type often being a Galarian Stunfisk. But since we see the ground tap on the lead, we stay in, try and do as much damage as we can. They save swap Wigglytuff, and we are going to bring in the Nidoqueen. This tells me that this could be double charm, or basically a team that's designed to bait out a Nidoqueen. So it could be another Charmer in the back, or potentially maybe a grass type. We're able to farm down. We do leave with some energy, which is nice. Wish Cache comes in, and I am going to be going straight for the Poison Fang. It's low enough where I think that Poison Fang plus Poison Jabs should be enough to KO. So I'm actually going to commit the shield because at this point, while I was battling, I was hard reading Double Charm. And now we're going for another Poison Fang. And if they're weak in the back, we should get a shield here, which we do. They switch in, and it's Meganium. So this is what we do now. We are going to go for the Poison Fang, and if they shield it, it's Overheat time. And they shield it, and they throw, and this is perfect for me. I'm going to let this go. In comes Shadow Manectric. It's time. I was not able to land a super effective Overheat yet, just the neutral one onto Bastiodon. We shield up the Frenzy Plant, and here comes the Overheat. Shadow Manectric doing massive damage, probably killing a whole herd of Meganium. And we're just going to let the Manectric go down because we have Scrafty in the back, and Scrafty able to counter down and get the win. All right, and hopping into the final match, Scrafty into Pidgeot. Terrible lead. We're going to save swap into Manectric. And I'm pretty sure this is hopefully too early to be the Brave Bird. It is an Aerial Ace. And now they're going to bring out a Wigglytuff. We're going to be going straight for the Overheat. Do they know? And unfortunately, they shield. That's heartbreaking that they shield. But now, since they shielded, we can bully this Wigglytuff with our Nidoqueen. Going straight for the Poison Fang, we actually get a shield. A very interesting shield there, as it looks like they were just trying to get one of our shields back in return, which is fair. So we're going to shield that up, farm all the way down, and leave with a nice amount of energy, and it all depends what they do have in the back. We're going straight for the Poison Fang because it's a Hitmonchan. And I'm hoping that with double Poison Fangs, I'll be able to farm down and leave with energy to throw at the Pidgeot. That is the hope. And now, This is very tough. I decide to shield it up. It's the Fire Punch, and now they bring in Pidgeot. And my thinking is, I have to debuff them here and then switch in the Scrafty. The reason being, that does a lot, and if they Brave Bird me, I should be able to Poison Jab down. They go for a move. I'm holding my breath. They just go for the Aerial Ace, which is not enough to take me out. They needed to go for the Brave Bird, but if they did, they were going to get Poison Jab down by nidoqueen, and now we're able to counter down the Hitmonchan and get the win. So all in all, I had a ton of fun running Shadow Manectric. I went 8, 6, and 1 with it against, honestly, some pretty top tier competition and some very sweaty teams. I definitely think Shadow Manectric is a meme Pokemon. I would not run it if you're looking to climb. It's exceedingly glassy, but if you're looking to spice it up, have some fun, and land some insane nukes, then this right here, Shadow Manectric, this is the Pokemon for you. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And a special thank you to our members here on YouTube. The support you guys provide is absolutely incredible. Thank you guys oh so very much. And until next time, I've been HomeSliceHenry.